Hello, this is Yang Fang from Tsinghua University. Today I have invited 4 friends to come here talking about air pollution in China.
Hi everyone, I'm Sabah. I come from Pakistan. I'm doing PhD from Beijing Forestry University and my major subject is ornamental horticulture.
Hi everyone, my name is Alex. I come from Spain and currently I am studying Chinese politics and foreign policy in Tsinghua University.
Hello everyone, this is Abbas. I come from Pakistan and I am a PhD student at the Civil Engineering Department of Tsinghua University.
Hello everyone, I'm Wang Ruohui from Jiangsu, Nanjing, China, and I'm a grade 1 student from the Department of Foreign Languages and Literatures of Tsinghua University. The weather is terrible, the air pollution is awful.
Yes, so much pollution and so often, especially in winter, it really bothers me. These days I feel throat discomfort and I always wear a mask when I am outdoors. This morning, the pollution was so bad that it's scary.
It makes me feel really bad, so I'm very much worried about that.
Oh, you should all take care of yourselves because this month it is reported that we are having the worst pollution this year up till now. And I think still right now we are having a red alert for pollution in Beijing as we speak.
That's terrible.
Yes, most cities nowadays have been affected by air pollution. Since 2013, more cities are reporting that we have pollution and the frequency of air pollution reports has been on the rise.
According to the data about the air pollutions in the first quarter of 2015, the average of PM2.5 in 367 cities in China is about 66, nearly twice than the standard 35, among which 141 cities are more than double the standard.
In Beijing, Tianjin, Hebei, Shanxi, where the industry is prominent, the air pollution is especially bad.
What do you mean by air pollution and what's the difference between air pollution and fog?
Fog consists of visible cloud water droplets or ice crystals suspended in the air at or near the Earth's surface, which could influence the visibility but does not harm to people's health. It has no relation to man-made pollution. Haze or smog is traditionally an atmospheric phenomenon where dust, smoke, and other dry particles obscure the clarity of the sky.
So you are saying dust and some other smoke will actually influence the visibility of the city and actually does no harm to our health, right? So an important index here is PM2.5.
PM2.5 is a particulate matter with a mean aerodynamic diameter of 2.5 microns.
Even on the days that are not especially smoggy, there might be a high PM factor. Polluted air does not specially mean that it is a visible one.
Okay, now it seems that we have a good understanding of what is air pollution. Actually, what are the reasons for air pollution?
One of the main reasons is the emission of automobile exhaust. Actually, it is reported that in Beijing, about 22.2% of air pollution is from the emission of vehicles.
You are right. We notice that in big cities like Beijing and Shanghai, a lot of families have got more than one private cars. That's why we drive a lot more. This can be one reason for air pollution. Do we have another reason for air pollution?
Another source, I think, is industry. Again, Beijing, Tianjin, Hebei are all active industrial centers, and the factories there, their emissions are pretty high, even though they always stick to the emission standard.
So here we have two reasons. One is the private car, another one is industry. I think there might be many other reasons for air pollution. This is the issue which needs more attention and more studies.
In winters, the pollutants caused by the coal heating make the situation more serious in Beijing, Tianjin, Hebei, and in many surrounding areas. But in southern area, there is no use of coal, so they have no that sort of pollution.
I saw a report on internet that said the fume emissions from small companies has become a considerable influence on air pollution. With the development of the restaurants, the fumes from kitchens has increased. According to statistics, this is responsible for about 11% of the sources of PM2.5 in Beijing. At present, some cities have controlled the fume emissions produced by the restaurant industry, for example, by banning open fire grills.
Except for the man-made reason for air pollution, there are some other phenomena we should take into account. For example, in general, in southern part of China, the air pollution is better. The air is not so polluted. There's an exception here in Chengdu. Do you know why?
Well, maybe I think maybe the terrain and the climate are also very important.
Yes. The city is surrounded by mountains. The mountains stop or block the air so that actually the pollutant cannot come out of the city. That's one reason why Chengdu is heavily polluted.
The situation seems so grim.
With so many sources of air pollution, do we have any other way to solve the problem? Do you have any suggestions?
Well, I think first of all, we should have to raise the environmental awareness among the public. Like, we must help them to make them understand what different ways they have to conserve the energy. For example, they can use public transportation while going out instead of using their own means of transportation.
As for enterprises, companies can make changes to their production methods and change the traditional view of pollution first and treatment later. And while doing so, they can also control the production of pollutants or include this as an important step in their production.
On a governmental level, administration should actively supervise the air quality and offer service and guidance to the private enterprise which contribute to the air pollution. In China, actually, the president has already established many regulations which will make the environmental protection a stronger priority.
Finally, as students, the best we can do is to devote ourselves to further research in environmental studies. For example, those who study to be engineers, they can research on how to design machinery that is more environmentally friendly. And also those who want to be architects, they can research on focusing on the environmental impact that the buildings they design have, and also the materials they will use, of course. And for those students that are bound to a management events and management offices related jobs, they can focus on environmentally friendly practices such as consuming less paper or consuming less energy. And finally, those of us who are studying law and politics, they should be concerned from the beginning that there is a big problem concerning the environment that our societies must solve.
I'm glad we have come up with so many nice suggestions, but actually we all realize that there's a long way to go to bring the blue sky back.